Hi guys, welcome to Echo English Learning. Today I am again with you to continue with the communication skills. Last time in the last video I told you about intonation. Today I am with the same thing, that is communication skill, and today's topic is pronunciation. So for better communication we have to learn what pronunciation is and how it should be. Pronunciation actually I have seen many people pronounce it very differently, and I must say they mispronounce it. They say pronunciation. It is of course when it is verb it is pronounce. When it is used as verb it is pronounce, but when it becomes noun it is pronunciation. Mind the difference. It is noun, not noun. N-O-U-N is noun and N-U-N is none. We take this one, pronunciation. And while talking in context of communication skill, pronunciation also has one more aspect, that is enunciation. Enunciation and pronunciation, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand means when we pronounce we have to announce also. It means pronunciation is the act of making sounds and enunciation is the art of making sound. So pronunciation is an act and enunciation is an art. So firstly we will learn about the act of pronouncing different sounds. We are concerned with the different letters A to Z, alphabet A to Z, that is quite alphabet, and the letters used are A to Z. So we use different sounds pronouncing different letters. I am telling you pronouncing letters, some terms are related with it, like we may say we pronounce letters in bilabial tone or dental or alveolar. You must be guessing what is bilabial, dental, alveolar. So these all are types of pronouncing, types of making sound. Making sound, when we pronounce anything we use our body parts, right from our lungs to our throat to our vocal cord. We use our mouth also, we use our tongue, we use our teeth, we use our lips while uttering those letters. Like if I say P, here my both the lips are touching, it is bilabial. This is bilabial, P. Also when you say M, it is again bilabial. So this way there are some different sounds. They may be bilabial, they may be dental. When we touch your when you touch your tongue with your teeth pronouncing some letters, this is dental, and it may dental. Labiodental means you are having pronunciation, that is sound, getting sound because of your lips and teeth. The same way alveolar, making sound like we are touching the hard palate inside our mouth. These are different things. We are not going in detail. This is according to phonetics and phonology, that is IPA, International Phonetic Association, has given us some basic rules to pronounce the letters differently. So I am not concerned with here. This was just a hint to tell you how we pronounce different letters. I am directly coming to pronunciation, and enunciation we will take later. So pronunciation means pronouncing different letters with different sounds, and when they are used in combination they make a word, and when words are combined they make sentences and so on, and we communicate making sentences. So pronunciation is actually we concerned with the two main sounds. They are vowel sound and one is consonant sound. That is vowel sound and consonant sound. These are familiar sounds that you may be hearing every now and then. Consonant, vowel. So what is vowel and what is consonant? I am not telling A, E, I, A, U are vowels. I am concerned with only sound. When there is no obstruction while uttering any letter, there is no obstruction, like we do not stop anywhere, these are vowel sound. And when there is obstruction in uttering any letter, that is consonant sound. It may be any letter, mind it. I must give an example. When you go to a doctor, he says open your mouth and say ah. He checks the back of our mouth. He checks if the flow of air is smooth or not. He says, he tells us to say ah. We tell that. So that shows the flow of air inside our mouth, and that flow of air makes the letter sound better in right way. So we have to learn how to pronounce different letters. So this was about the vowels and consonants, that is obstruction. Where there is obstruction in uttering any letter, that is consonant. When there is no obstruction in uttering any letter, that is vowel. Simple thing is to be learned, and we are coming to detail of the pronunciation. Today I have picked some of the letters from those 26 letters. The first one I am taking up is letter C. We are talking about pronunciation. I am taking first letter C. Letter C has different pronunciations. Like first one is, whenever we talk about phonetics or pronunciation, we write the sound in these two oblique lines. So first one is the sound of S. When we use C and it gives the sound of S, the sound I have written between those oblique lines, straight obliques, is not back oblique. This is back oblique, this is straight oblique. Sound of S, like if I say cell, here the C is giving sound of S. This is cell. Cell, you pronounce it as cell. Is cycle, again S. And one more example, specific. Again the sound of C is S. You must have noticed there is one more C here, but the sound is not S. Cycle, here the sound is K. Specific, here the sound is K. So I must say that there is sound of K also. Sound of K when we use C. There is also sound of K. So sound of K, here two examples are there. Cycle, again S and K. Specific, sound of S and K. And if I take only sound of K, only, that is cat. Here the sound of K. Okay, there are more examples. This is first type of pronunciation of letter C. This is second type of pronunciation of letter C. The third type of pronunciation is, that is sound of, we call it as sh. This is phonetic symbol, we call it sh. How it would be, like if I write social, okay, the pronunciation here C is sh, social. And we have more example like vicious. Here the sound of C is sh again. Here sh. The symbol is this one. We write like this. This is the sound of sh. But we are using letter C everywhere with the different sounds. More sounds concerning C. This is the third one. Now I can come to the fourth one. The fourth sound is of combination with the C and H. When C is combined with another letter, there are two types of sounds. One is CH, like chocolate. It is the sound of CH, chocolate. Then I say like chauffeur. It is the sound of sh, like the same one. Here the pronunciation is chauffeur. Okay, if I say chores, again ch sound, it is pronounced as chores. So Z sound. So different sounds related with the letter C, and we have to pronounce according to the rule. We cannot say sad, we cannot say social. So these are some sounds related with letter C. Now I move to next letter that I have chosen for today's session, that is the sound of G, double G actually, sound of letters G. So sound of double letter G is like, if I write phonetics, it would be Z. Like example, if I write suggest, I am writing suggest. This is not suggest. G sound nahi hai. Suggest. Z's. Suggest. Okay. Give more example. Exaggerate. Exaggerate. Exaggerate nahi hai. This is exaggerate. There is the sound of Z. Z. Okay. Letter G. We continue. This is the first one. And second is with the letter G. I am continuing with this. Second sound is sound of F. When G is used, but it gives the sound of F. Examples are very simple. I say rough, not rook. It's rough. Sound is F1. And if I say tough, it is the sound of again F. If I say hiccup, H-I-C-C-O-U-G-H, hiccup, this is again sound, but here it is pronounced as P, hiccup. और इसके spelling accordingly have changed. We write hiccup. That is हिचकी, जिसे हम हिचकी बोलते हैं. That is hiccup. So because of the pronunciation of the sound GH, we have come up with the spelling, change spelling H-I-C-C-U-P, not U-G-H. Because they pronounce P, we are coming up with the sound P. These are the sounds of double G. When I move to third example, that is silent sound. There is no sound actually. Here it is silent. When the letter GH is silent, when it is followed by, when there are vowels preceding them is GH. When there are vowels preceding them, vowels may be E, I, O, U. Example would clarify you on this note. When we have high, okay, GH. When we say sigh, again GH. Here high is pronounced only up to this. This remains silent. GH remains silent. Sigh is pronounced only this one. This GH remained silent. So we are pronouncing only half of the word, that is high and sigh. More examples could be like where it remains silent. That is plough. P-L-O-U-G-H. Plough. Okay. Plough. We are pronouncing only this part. This remains silent. Right? So GH sound may be like G sound, exaggerate, and that is DZ, and the pronunciation of F when we use G, and like uttering as P, and not no uttering, no utterance. There it remains silent. This is about letter G when it is pronounced differently. So I come up with more examples. Because we are talking about pronunciation, we have to take the letters differently to understand their pronunciation. Next one is letter H. This is very important, and I will talk about when that letter remains silent, and examples are O, air, honor, our, honest. Here in all these examples, H is silent. H remains silent. We do not pronounce this letter H. We are not supposed to say oh. No, oh. Air, H is here nahi. Air. And air, the same like air. You can use like this. This is for reference only, for pronunciation. Then honor. Honor nahi. Honor, then our, then honest. Everywhere H remained silent. So we are not supposed to use the sound of H in these words. Now we move ahead with the pronunciation. We have one more letter that is always creating confusion. That is letter Z. Letter Z. Some may pronounce it as Z and some pronounce it as Z. Z and Z both are correct. None of these pronunciation is wrong. Actually, when we follow different accent, that would be my next video. There could be accent according to pronunciation. It could be American, it could be British, it could be Spanish, Italian. When we call Z, this is our American accent. When we call Z, this is British accent. So we may follow any accent, letter remains the same. Now I give you some examples. Examples are like you say zoom, okay, zebra, zoom, zebra. Then zealous, who is very much enthusiastic, is called zealous. Then we have zip. All these words have the sound of Z. So Z, this is writing the sound. And when I must share with you one phrase, I wanna catch my Z's. Catch my Z's. It means you want to have a nap. You want to sleep for some time, you want to have a nap. That is catch my Z's. We say Z's, Z's. Apostrophe S, that's a Z's. So this is about some letters, how they are pronounced. I today took some of the examples: letter C, letter G, letter H and the letter Z. Now we move to some other things that should be learned when we talk of pronunciation. As we have borrowed our English from different languages, I told you in the beginning, in my first video actually, that we have borrowed English words, or vocabulary in English has been borrowed from different words from other languages, more than 100 languages. Today I am talking about the words that we have borrowed from French. French words, when we use them, there are some French words, they are wrongly pronounced. They are used in English vocabulary as such, but we pronounce them sometimes incorrectly. What these words are, I am writing here. First I have taken this one, I would pronounce them. Then next one is this one, I would write paper mache. Then this one. So I have few words, right? Now if I talk about their pronunciation, there are accent marks. You may see everywhere I have put this mark. This is called accent mark. What is that accent? We will be discussing in other video. It means you have to give some stress to this. It would be pronounced as fiancé, fiancé. This resume, resume. This is cliche, and I will tell you the meaning. Fiancé is a person who gets engaged, or to whom you get engaged, that is your fiancé. Resume means when you give your CV, curriculum vitae or biodata and apply for a job, you give resume, not resume. Resume is verb to continue. Here it is noun and it is resume. Then you say cliche. Cliche are the phrases. Those phrases who have got outdated are called cliche. This is cliche. Then paper mache, this is a technique to make something with the paper, wet paper, that is paper mache. Those who are artists, they understand this word and we must have heard many times. Then this word is a problem with everyone. This is a French word, but we use it very commonly. And how to pronounce this? Rendezvous. We pronounce it as such, rendezvous. Here this is silent portion. We say rendezvous. Rendezvous is a special meeting with a person, or it may be a place of special meeting set. So these are some words taken from French language and they are pronounced many a times mispronounced. That's why I chose them to tell you: fiancé, resume, cliché, paper mache and rendezvous. These are French words. Now we move ahead. So there are some tips also. I want to give you 2 tips here with that are concerned with pronunciation that you should come to know. The first one is that the first tip I am going to give you is use of, here we will talk about use of shra. Use of shra, we pronounce it as ah, like it gives a break, small break, very it's a fraction of second where we take a breath or where we use our breath, like there is sound of breath. I give you some examples. Examples are around, pencil, taken, lemon. So you will say, where is that schwa? Schwa is like here. If I say around, around, you just note that, say this word very calmly and very slowly, you would find there is a little pause. Around, around. Here I have used this schwa. So around. Pencil, here it is here. Taken, here it is used here. Lemon, mon, lemon, we break there and it is used here. So we find them when we speak them in very calm mode. To notice that where this schwa is used, filler sounds, where we have to take breath, we are not supposed to take a long pause, we call it as a filler sound, that is schwa. We will take in detail in some other video. This was just a tip. Now second tip I would give you, this was the first one regarding pronunciation. The second one is how to differentiate. Tip number second, how to differentiate, is it a noun or a verb? Because same word is used as noun and verb. They are different words, and how to check and how to pronounce actually, so that the listener comes to notice that is it a noun or a verb. The first word I take here is export. Export is used both as verb and noun. Firstly I would write here, then this one, both used as noun and verb, then this one, both used as noun and verb. Let us understand. Whenever we have to tell that while pronouncing, like this word is a noun not verb, we have to press, we have to stress on the first part of the word, and when we have to tell that it is verb, we have to press upon the second part of the word. This is first part and this is second part. This is first part, this is second part. Here the pressure is on first part while it is noun. Here the pressure would be on second part when it is verb. How to pronounce? He deals in export. Export. So let us export that. So pressure is on second part. If I say this one, and this is first part and this is second part, two parts are there, I am breaking them. So envelope, we are pressing this one. Envelope, envelope, and envelope, envelope. Please envelop this box, मतलब box को cover करो. Envelope means take this envelope, जैसे एक पैकेज सा होता है, तो as noun use किया. Now this one, contract. Here if it is noun, I signed a contract. This is second part. I signed a contract. I signed a contract. Now if I say wood is contracting, or this thing is contracting. Contracting means shrink hona. This thing is contracting. Here the pressure is on this one. Contract, pressure is on this one. So this is pronunciation that conveys the right thing, the right part of speech. Whenever you speak, only your speech and your pronunciation would make a great difference, whether you are telling about a noun or using it as a verb. So again I tell you, export, export, envelope, envelope, contract, contract, So there is different in pronunciation. Keep in mind, if the same word or same spellings are being used for something, you have to tell, you have to differentiate, so you have to pronounce them differently, taking or making stress on which part of the word. So these were the tips while pronouncing. Now I would like to give you some new words for pronunciation that you must have heard, or if you haven't heard, you would be learning right now. The first word is, you may see that I'm writing first, I would be pronouncing after that. Then this one, third word is this one, and fourth one is Rick. Then this one. I have written some words here. Okay, so I want you to tell the pronunciation, right pronunciation. The first one is lullaby. Lullaby, जिसे हम एक song बोलते हैं, soft song that you hear to while sleeping. While sleeping. और ये बच्चे सुनते हैं, जिसे हम क्या बोलते हैं, लोरी बोलते हैं. एक्चुअली हिंदी में भी लिख देती हूँ लोरी. So lullaby, this by is lullaby, not lullaby. It's a lullaby. And this is millionaire. You must have heard millionaire, one who has millions of rupees. Millionaire means having no money. This term is used or pronounced for a person who has no money, millionaire. Then ampersand, this is a beautiful word that you are using daily, but this is an expanded form. Its short form is and we write like this, हम ऐसे भी लिख देते हैं. And in its full form is ampersand. Ampersand, but we have cut it short, we use it as and, we pronounce it as and. Then borborygmus. Borborygmus is actually a rumbling sound that you feel in your stomach when you are empty stomach. There is a rumbling sound in one's stomach when he feels very much hungry. That is borborygmus. We speak it like breaking borborygmus. That is borborygmus. Then this one, this is like a symbol. We pronounce with the E now. Epitome. We call it as epitome. To remember, you may keep it like in your mind. Epitome. My epitome. It's not epitome. Okay, this is just a big symbol for someone who is a very much renowned person. He is epitome of wisdom. He is the epitome of honesty. So it's an epitome. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. It's a new words. In next videos, I will be giving you more new words with the different pronunciation, so that there is no confusion at all. We will be taking more letters, more pronunciation words, and the next thing in communication skill I would be discussing in my next video would be accent and stress. Where accent marks are to be used, what different types of accents do we follow. Like I told you, we have American accent, Spanish accent, and Italian accent, Welsh accent, British accent. We will be discussing more on accent and stress, where to stress the word and where not to stress the word. So I guess today you must have learned something new. Okay, so take care, stay well, and do subscribe, do like and share. Thanks.